You are aware that the Public Service Board presents an annual report to this committee. Yes?
Yes.
Do you have any report of this committee in which these payments were in your petition, in the chairperson to run upon errands, right?
Yes.
First of all, I would like to take you through what happens with monitoring government vehicles. You understand that it is a check unit.
Yes.
Do you have any report or complaint or summons from a check unit anywhere in the Republic of Kenya
No, I don't have.
bringing the use of this particular motor vehicle into question, not having any work tickets for use of government motor vehicle?
No.
Do you have any evidence that the transport officer at the county has raised audit queries regarding this motor vehicle assigned to the chair of the board over its use?
No, you don't.
Have you come across any inquiry or any report in which the chair of the board has been accused of exceeding the mileage limitation for this motor vehicle?
No, I'm not aware.
Are you aware that use of government vehicles must be within certain mileages?
Yes.
You have any evidence that at any day the mileage for this motor vehicle was exceeded?
There was one to Nairobi, Bakasi.
Do you have any evidence that the mileage per month for this motor vehicle was at any time exceeded?
Evidence?
Now, once in a while, wakati tuko garage, wakati tuko soko, labda tunaenda mpira, tunaona magari ya serikali inapita ama imeegemea mahali. Ushawahi kupata hili gari ambalo linatumika na mwenyekiti wa bodi, limewekwa mahali ambapo vileo 10th of October 2020. I want you to show me the work ticket for 10th of October 2020. Sorry, yes, 10th of October 2020. Yeah, come on, let's move on. As you look for it, as you look for it, as your advocate assists you to look for it, we can still proceed. As we are in court today, before the committee today, you have also, in your allegations, alleged and claimed that this motor vehicle was in misuse between 10th of October 2022 and 10th of October 2020. Right?
Yes.
Again, this period falls within the last financial year, right?
Yes.
In the work tickets that you have provided,
Yes.
do you have any that brings out or points to an unexplained usage of the motor vehicle? Maybe a gap in mileage that is not explained, a gap in distance that are not being captured.
No.
But do you have any evidence that during that period, 10th of October 2022 and 14th of October 2022, this vehicle maybe was seen on the market picking pineapples or picking watermelons or picking fish or banana for use?
No.
Do you have any evidence that this motor vehicle left Kakamega town and went to any disclosed or undisclosed destination without the authority of the transport officer?
No.
Do you know what government function was going on in Naivasha between 10th of October 2022 and 14th of October 2022?
No.
Do you understand the role that the chair of the Public Service Board was playing during that government function that was in Naivasha between that period of time?
No.
Are you aware that before the chair of the board gets out of the county for any government or official function, there has to be authorization from the head of public service and the county secretary?
Not aware.
Do you have any evidence that the head of public service did not authorize the function in Naivasha?
I don't have any evidence.
I want you to look at the entries on 14th of October 2022.
Yes.
When you capture the movement of that vehicle, is there any place visited by this motor vehicle that has not been recorded and the mileage reflected?
No place.
Maybe you saw it in Kiamaiko, maybe ukaiona Narok, maybe wanapita kwamba hii gari ilikuwa Masai Mara. Labda ilikuwa Kitale.
No, according to this one is recorded in
Recorded.
C.
10th of October 2022. I want you to look at the entries of 10th of October 2022. And again, do you have any destination or distance covered that has not been recorded on that work ticket on the 10th of October 2022?
No.
Maybe you have evidence that the chairperson's husband or a child was inside the vehicle or using it, or in the house there.
No.
Honorable Chair, we move to exhibit number 14. Exhibit number 14 was a request for electronic fund transfer dated 21st of September 2020. It must have been one of those documents that was troubling us. Why it really didn't be blessed.
Yes, Council, we are there. For you, you are there.
I'm still looking at father.
Okay, cool.
It's going to have been blessed some other places in the banner.
Let's use this one to assist Council. Okay.
Thank you.
Just come on and
No, my colleague has addressed it.
thank you. Thank you.
My colleague has addressed it. Again, you know that document, you understand it.
The request for electronic transfer.
Sorry.
Electronic transfer of funds
From who to who?
from the government to a company.
The government to a company. Which is this company?
Narcos company.
And again, such request is often accompanied by documents, right?
Yes.
Now, who maintains these documents? Who maintains these documents?
By maintaining, what do you mean?
Who maintains, who keeps these documents? It's a document on the board, it's a request on the board. So, who is the custodian of this document?
The CEO.
The CEO. Is the CEO among us? These members here? Is the CEO among us? Would you know who the CEO is at the time?
No.
When you requested supposedly for this document, to whom did you write?
I wrote a letter to the board.
To the board. When the board was here, you wrote a letter to the board.
That was way before they came here.
Okay. When was your letter dated? When was your letter dated? The one you wrote?
It was signed in July.
In July. You have no copy.
It was the letter.
You have no copy.
It was
Their letter. You wrote a letter that was their letter, right? Okay, it was their letter. So you, as the writer, you have no copy. Because it is their letter.
Yes, I don't have a copy.
Okay. That's a very interesting logic from a person exposed as you are. An expert in computer science. Yes? Probably some of these documents might be doing them on your computer, now that you are an expert in computer science. And that is why they are not certified.
That's not true.
Because you could not access certification from the Government Public Service Board.
That's not true.
See, when someone needs to talk about computer
Yeah.
science.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any evidence that the recipient of these funds is in any way associated with any of the members here? The question, do you have any evidence that the recipient of these funds is in any way associated, related, or connected with any of these members here, the chair and the member of the board?
At the moment, I don't have.
Do you have any evidence that this payment or request for payment has been subject of an audit query?
I don't have any evidence.
Just in front of exhibit number 15 should be the letter dated 10 of November 2022. November 2022. Okay. This is another document that was misplaced. November 2022. November 2022.
I think you can just look from 21st to the letter before the one for 21st. Is that so in your bundle?
No, it is misplaced, but I've traced it.
Okay.
It is filed, it is about different, but I've traced it.
Okay, thank you.
Exhibit number 15.
Yes, that was number 15.
The letter dated 10th November 2022. I don't know if the petition has traced these documents.
Not yet.
It is interesting that you cannot trace a document.
Council, now that he referred towards that document using his booklet, somewhere, suppose it is somewhere, but you can put the question to the petitioner and refer to him using your bundle.
Yes, is extremely apprehensive to refer to documents. Yet is the one who supposedly supplied the documents. But refer to that document. Again, that is another request for electronic fund transfer, right?
Yes.
At the back of that document, there are people listed, beneficiaries listed.
Yes.
And all these employees or all these listed beneficiaries are employees of the board.
Yes.
And again, you confirm that this document, whoever supplied you did not supply with the accompanying documents, right?
Yes.
But you understand that under the Employment Act, an employee is entitled to a reimbursement of any funds incurred in the course of his duty, right?
Yes.
Did you bother to examine any of these employees to confirm whether or not they received these funds?
No.
Do you have any affidavit from any of these beneficiaries that the amounts were never claimed and approved by them for payment?
No, I don't have.
Do you have any audit trail regarding the payment of these funds to the employees?
No, I don't have.
I'll refer to exhibit number 16, the letter dated 14th of September 2022. Petition, are you there?
Yes, I'm there.
I want to believe
Yes, council, you can proceed, and then we have done and a half hours. Let us have 30 minutes, we get into 3 hours. Then please try to manage, council. We have done 2.5 hours.
yes.
Please, you have 30 minutes, let us get to now, which will take us to 3 hours.
Your Honorable Chair, I can assure you, I'll not be done with cross-examination in 30 minutes. I won't be done. I can't lie to you. We still have a long way to go.
That's why we are giving you the timelines, and we are telling you that please try as much as you can. We have given 30 minutes so that it will take us to 3 hours. And you cannot just tell us blankly that you are sure you will not be done.
That's the truth.
So why not?
I don't usually lie.
The committee is telling you, try your level best within 30 minutes.
I'll try, but that will be.
You see, we can't give you the time you want in this world.
If the worst comes to the worst, then I would rather we cede the time for the examination in chief for cross-exam. If that is what the committee wants.
When we get to the exam in chief, no, you see, council, you
Honorable Chair, you cannot.
Honorable Chair,
The committee
please, Council Shifoka, we are not harassing you. We are not harassing you, and you cannot.
I do not agree.
Committee. Council Shifoka,
I do not agree.
Council Shifoka, you cannot dictate this committee.
And you dictate.
Council Shifoka, we are giving directions. We are giving directions, and you cannot dictate this committee on the timelines we give you. You cannot. You have to abide by that leverage we are giving.
You know, we are not duty bound to abide by unreasonable directions.
Now, please, can you take the 30 minutes we have given you, starting from now?
And I can assure the committee, at the end of the 30 minutes, prompt me so that I can make a request to the committee.
No. We are not promising. We are not here. We can't for. We are not here subject to an.
You know,
We have given you 30 minutes.
full chair.
Council Chief Walker.
We have raised
We on a subcommittee.
allocation of time.
Council Chief Walker.
I'm making propositions that you can even cut to 10 minutes.
What do you mean? You cannot direct us to go on
That
that.
would be a more prudent use of time.
No. Council Chief Walker. We cannot go the direction you wish.
Honorable Indimuni, I request that you stop being rigid and just be reasonable.
Now this is the directions we are giving. We have given you the petitioner. You, when it comes to the time for the examination in chief of the respondents, they have their own time and on how to use it. Please.
Honorable Chair, one of the principles of public service is prudence and accountability. And I'm telling you, it is prudent under Article 10 and Article 236 of the Constitution that rather than allocate 2 hours for examination in chief, and then another 1 hour for cross-examination, why don't you give me those 2 hours per individual for cross-examination? We don't need 2 hours for examination in chief.
So I have consulted with my colleague members and council for let it be on record that the committee has added you 30 minutes.
Similarly, let it go on record that on behalf of the respondents, we have extreme, express, and unequivocal reservations on allocation of time for trial before the committee. The committee has taken vast rigid positions against the respondents, right from the onset.
Yes, let us be on record. Now let us proceed.
In the meantime, something that I expected that I will handle during the preliminaries, we requested for some rulings yesterday, we have not been supplied. We request that you supply the same, at least by close of business today.
The same are being typed, so we are beginning from 12.
Similarly, I was requested that we supply that directive on time.
We are beginning from 12:50. Let's proceed.
The letter dated the 14th of September 2022 from the Public Service Commission. Yes. It is communicating the decision of the Commission on review. Yes. Do you understand what the Public Service Commission decided on appeal? First question. The letter communicates the decision of the Public Service Commission on review. Yes. You understand that a review comes after an appeal, right? Yes. Do you understand the decision of the Public Service Commission on appeal? Not fully. Not. Are you aware that the Public Service Commission indeed dismissed their appeals by those employees? No, I'm not aware. Are you then aware it is only on review of the Public Service own decision that they then granted and reinstated the employees? No, I'm not aware. Not aware. But you are aware that the dismissal of the employees was by the chief officer. They appealed to the Public Service Board. From the Public Service Board, they appealed to the Public Service Commission, right? Yes. For avoidance of doubt, maybe apologies for confusing you a bit, for making you do things that may not have been relevant to the issue. Do you have any letter of dismissal from the board against Catherine Gadoni Wakenya?
I don't have.
Would you know who terminated the contract between Catherine Gadoni Wakenya and the county government of Kakamega?
No,
You do not. I invite you to look at the notice for review. The notice for review dated 7th of April 2022. This is exhibit number 18. Exhibit number 18, notice for review. There is a difference between the commission decision and not the notice for review. Notice. I invite you to look at page 1 of page 1, paragraph A. Page 1, paragraph A. Yes. You confirm that the acting secretary of CEO to the County Public Service Board is raising issue with the commission, telling them, look here, this commission did not have jurisdiction to hear the appeal on account of the fact that the decision of the county government, it was considered, it did not come from the county public service board in contravention to Regulation 7 of the public service procedures, right? Yes. Saying that this did not come to us, right? Yes. The decision to terminate did not come from the board, right? Yes. And therefore, the board had no business being a part of the proceedings, right? Because if I have not made against the decision, if I have not made a decision against you, I have no business being sued by you, right?
There are so many decisions. Some of them is introductory to bank accounts. So many decisions.
Now, which decision are you saying the public service was concerned with? Which decision? These documents came from you. You are on ground. Now, what decision are they talking about?
The decision was
Who are the parties to that notice for review?
Catherine and Lucy Kehamba.
Sure. I want to believe that you know how to read and write. I want you to look at page 1 of that notice. Who are the parties?
Kakamega County Public Service Board and Catherine Gadoni.
Those are the parties. And when you go to paragraph A, the board is complaining that this decision you are saying you are reviewing did not come from us, right?
Yes.
So, in your bundle of documents, do you have any document showing that the board dismissed or terminated the services of Catherine Gadoni Wakenya?
No, no.
So again, in alleging that the board illegally and irregularly dismissed this Kakamega from service is not correct, right? Because if I'm dismissing you, I'm giving you a decision, right?
Yes. But I don't have that document.
Would you know who appointed Kakamega as secretary to the board?
It's the governor.
Which government?
We can find it.
Could it be possible that this Wycliffe and Meta of Parana is the one who may have dismissed or terminated the services of the
I'm not aware.
It is your desire that the County Public Service Board members carry the process of sins of sinners be demotional, right?
It's not my desire.
It is your desire that everyone becomes responsible for their own actions, right?
Yes.
And you are clear that you have no evidence that these board members and the chair did not dismiss Kakamega at any point, right?
I don't have that document at the moment.
You have a problem with people signing documents, with chairpersons signing documents.
Yes.
The decision you brought to us, I'm referring to exhibit. Yes, I'm referring to exhibit number. The decision dated 29th of March.
Commissioner, you tell those and making noise
The decision dated 29th of March. Exhibit number 21. Now that you have a problem with chairman and chairpersons signing documents, do you have a problem with the chairman of the commission signing that decision when the secretary is there?
No,
I do not. So your problems are selective, right?
no.
Now, I want to refer you to the conclusion of that decision. Conclusion of that decision dated 29 March 2022. The commission finds that the applicants have been as married and therefore their bid is allowed. The commission therefore directs that A, the decision by the county government of Kakamega to terminate the applicant's appointment communicated by letter 19th of October 2021 is hereby quashed. The decision by the county government of Kakamega is there mentioned the county public service board of Kakamega.
No, it's not mentioned.
Again, paragraph B, the county government of Kakamega is directed to reinstate the appellant to her former position as secretary to the county public service board. Is there any order directed to the county public service board?
No.
You appreciate that in this issue of termination of Catherine Gadon Kenya, it was not an issue of the board. It was an issue of the county government, right? Yes?
No.
What do you mean by no?
Introductory to bank accounts.
We are not talking about confusing. We are talking about dismissal, we are not talking about independent public
I'm saying, you have said the man, I say.
I'm asking you a question on decision of the Public Service Commission. Nothing to do with banking, nothing to do with signatories.
Council is referring to the decision of 29 March 2022.
$3. So you are doing what you do need. You can't even read your documents abroad without a committee. How would we want to read from now? This secretariat has a lot of work to do. Same as council, you've got lots of work to do, not to read documents for you.
Honorable members, Chair, President, members, I am not in the habit of interjecting in proceedings out of respect for public forums, but I ask that this being a public exercise is not a military environment. Mr. Chief Walker be advised or cautioned against consistent attacks against council and against persons that are not before the committee and alluding to the petition having been played or being manipulated by other persons or being influenced by other persons. I think that is loss of paper. I would ask, if you have noticed, I don't ordinarily interject as a matter of respect, because I respect decency. May he is my senior, and we are also trained not to interfere when seniors are engaged. I would humbly ask that he be straight. He can confine himself to the proceedings before you. Throughout the time I left my witness yesterday, I did not at any point say anything against his plans or him or his colleagues. Because after him, there may be other matters we will handle. They may be my plans in the future. He may be my client. I could be his client in the future.
Honorable Chair, I want you to look at your record. My previous comments. I want you to look at the record and my previous comments. Whether I mentioned any name of council or member of public or person that he said to have triggered the petition. If not, then the council's objections and concerns are baseless, are unfounded, and should be overruled. Secondly, in the absence of any mention or even allusion to him or any third party or even my own clients, then it will be dangerous for him to suspect that he's being brought into context. 24, dated 28th of August 2019. Next week, number 24, 28th of August 2019. You understand what document it is? Yes. It originated from the county treasury. Yes. Yeah. Having agency. Yeah. Yes. What was the purpose of that document? They were requesting more staff. They were requesting more staff. From whom were they requesting for staff? Chief of Service and Administration. Do you know who CEC is? Yes. County Executive Committee member, yes, in charge of public service and administration, right? Yes. And they're saying that this agency is required to take over the functions of revenue collection, right? Yes. Do you find any fault the establishment of this agency? No. Do you appreciate that for the revenue to function, it must have had workers, right?
Yes.
And particularly revenue clerks.
Yes.
Do you understand the function of the revenue clerks?
Yes.
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 To do what?
Collection of revenue.
And you appreciate that without collecting revenue, we may not have funds to run the county government, right?
Yes.
You also appreciate that it is on that premise that the CEO of the agency is requesting that we need staff for us to carry out our mandate. It was a new agency, right?
Yes.
Was there any problem with the CEO asking for workers?
No.
Now, there are comments. There are comments in writing. There are comments in writing. There are comments in writing drawn to the attention of the CEO. What do those comments say? Those comments on 3rd of November, the 3rd of September 2019. What do they say?
It's not good. And
The comments are saying, CEO, 1, await formal requests from the CDC, Public Service and Administration. 2, do they have an organizational structure approved by the board? Those were the two concerns. Let's have a formal letter from the CEC, and 2, let us see their organizational structure, right? Those were the preliminary issues that were to be determined, right?
yes.
Now, you confirm as well that this agency required 400 revenue clerks. I'm referring you to paragraph 3 of that document.
Yes.
And in their request, the letter of request, they even gave the requisite qualifications for the desired employees, right?
Yes.
As appears on page 2. Now, my question is,
Yes.
do you have names of 400 revenue clerks that were employed before the committee today?
Yes, I have some names.
Do you have 400 names of the revenue clerks that were supposedly employed?
I have names of clerks.
How many names?
It's 34.
34. Again, it is not true in your petition as you allege that 400 revenue clerks were employed, right?
It is true that 400 revenue clerks are not employed.
Sorry?
Refresh the question.
So, it is not true, as you allege in your petition, that 400 revenue clerks were employed, right?
It is true 400 revenue officers were employed.
Do you have details of the 400?
No, I don't have.
Do you have any employment report detailing the employment, recruitment, placement of 400 revenue clerks?
I'm just basing on the audit.
Do you have any recruitment report detailing 400 revenue clerks having been recruited and placed within the county public service?
No, but I was guided by the audit report.
Do you have any evidence that any of the clerks that may have been employed, whether 400, whether 170, whether 34, whether 2, did not meet the minimum criteria?
No, I don't have.
Do you have any evidence that anyone employed as a revenue clerk or any other clerk did not go through the formal process, application, shortlisting, interviews, selection, and placement?
No, I don't have.
I'm so sorry, we began at 12:50, we are now at 1:20. Now we are giving, we have consulted, and we are giving the last 30 minutes, which shall take us to 3.5 hours, which shall be 1:50 p.m. That is the last time the committee has consulted and given. So please now make sure you finish within the 30 minutes. Then from there, exactly at 1:50, we break for the lunch break. We come back at exactly 3 for re-examination. Please, let's proceed.
Honorable Chair, I have a kind request to the committee. Pray that as per the schedule, since we had allocated 2 hours of examination in chief to every correspondence, that we can now proceed the 2 hours. And add it on the time for examination. I am certain that the examination in chief I'll use less than 20 minutes per correspondent. So I'm just adding, even if you limit me the rest of the afternoon for this examination, then we can wind up the exam.
Council now, the 30 minutes would have taken us to 3 hours, 30 minutes of cross-examination. We shall break. We are now at 1:24. We shall break at exactly 1:55. You have 30 minutes. Then when we come back, we shall again give you the first 30 minutes, so that you'll be now at 4 hours. If that is the extent we can stretch the cross-examination, we have to be within those time limits. Council currently, we don't want to contemplate and assume the time apportioned to the respondents. Please. So we are beginning from 1:25 to 1:55. Yes, please. Thank you.
I refer to the letter dated 30th of June 2020. The letter dated 30th of June 2020,
That is exhibit number 25. That is exhibit number 25. The one for extension of contracts.
this letter refers to a request from the county secretary and head of public service, right? That extend the service of revenue clerks. And the board communicates and tells them that the request is approved for a period of 2 months for the attached list of 77 revenue clerks, right? Yes. They're extending the services. Yes. The purpose for which the extension was made, you concur, is that their services were required, right? Yes. And that there was no problem in their being into office and that arrangements are being made, right? Yes. And the same runs across the very many other requests that were passed across for extension of services, right? We have, for instance, the letter dated 30th of June 2020. We have that dated 8th of July 2020. The one dated 10th of May 2020. Very right. That is a normal HR practice. Yes. That you have to test those who are already in service on temporary basis to see if they fit the requirements and the duty there. So that's very true. And you have no problem with that, right? You also confirm those who are already in and there was to be subjected to had to apply, they were willing to retain, right? Yes. And this is 19th of June 2020, right? Letter dated 19th of June 2020. It is just before that of the 11th of May, 20. That is textbook number 33. Have been contacted? No. Catherine obtained. Right? Yes. You have any document? You have any document or evidence before the committee today pointing to a conspiracy to dismiss anyone? Yes, like change of signatories. Do you understand what dismissal is? Yes. Dismissal ni kufuta mtu kazi, kumtoa kazini. Sawa sawa. Unaelewa? Sasa wewe uko na stakabadhi yoyote au ushahidi wowote wa kudhihirisha kwamba hawa mwenyekiti na memba wa bodi walipanga kumtoa Catherine Otenyo afisini au kumfuta kazi? Hizo resolutions. That is the exhibit number 4. Dated 6 April 2020. Na katika hizo stakabadhi hakuna mahali popote pameandikwa kwamba afukuzwe kazi. Sivyo? Yes. Is there any dismissal being mentioned in that document? No. And again, paragraph number 13, you have no evidence of that, right? Conspiracy to take disciplinary action. You have no evidence of that, right? Because no disciplinary action, no punishment, no suspension, no withholding of wages has been highlighted in any of your documents, right? And again, looking at the decision of the Public Service Commission, you confirm that your allegation of these members, the respondents, conspiring to remove Catherine from office is not true, right? It is true. Paragraph 14. Do you have any letter telling the say Catherine Otenyo that did not step in this office, or even any evidence of any action that they went and locked her office? The only thing that I have is exhibit number 4 with that board resolution. Okay. Yes. Is there anywhere in the resolution where they say that let us remove her from office? The board decided to proceed with the meeting. Is there anywhere in the minutes that they resolved to remove her from office? No. Are you aware that
the Kakamega County Public Service Act has clear provisions for removal of the CEO from office.
Yes, I'm aware. And even to a point.
Do you have any evidence that any of these members, the respondents, initiated such a process to remove Kakamega County from office?
I don't have any evidence.
You are aware that the basis of the challenge of the decision to terminate Captain Gadoni Oteng was a letter of termination in 2020, right?
I'm not aware of the letter.
I want you to read your documents. I want you to read the decision of the Public Service Commission. That decision was exhibit number 16. Not 16. It was exhibit number
The one for 29 March.
29 March. 16? Yes, 29 March. Exhibit number 21. Yes, exhibit number 21. You confirm that the commission refers to the letter of dismissal of 19 October 2021. Yes? Read the question. You confirm that the Public Service Commission at its paragraph A on the last page, conclusion, refers the decision of the county government Kakamega to amend Applicant's appointment communicated by the letter 19, dated 19 October 2021 is hereby revoked. Right? But the decision to terminate her was made on 19 October 2021. Right? That was the subject of the review. Right?
Yes.
You also confirm that it is not possible that on 6th of April 2023, a resolution will be made to be effected on 19th of October 2021, right?
Not aware.
I'm asking you, I'm not asking you that whether you are aware or not. I'm asking you, it is also not possible that on 6th of April 2023, a decision is made to effect one on 19th of October 2021, right?
Council, just for clarity, the date of 6th April 2023, we are trying to which document? Vis-a-vis the decision.
That is number 6. No, not 6, number 4.
Exhibit number 4, we have the letter dated 20.
Exhibit number 4 and exhibit number 3 and 4.
3 and 4.
Exhibit number 3.
Exhibit number 3 is in terms of resolutions.
Yes, and the preceding letter. Number 2, number 2 and 3.
That's number 2 and 3.
Yes, exhibit number 2 and 3.
Letter of 6th April 2023.
Yes. So, if your friend is saying covenant doesn't pertain, is supposedly terminated on 19th of October 2021, it is not possible that the letter and the resolutions of 6th April 2021 or anytime close there 2023 were the basis for her termination, right?
No, really right. Also, in as much as we are minding not so that you will not start giving evidence, the committee is looking at the two documents. So we want to be clear on it so that it will assist us in making our decision.
Yes.
The documents we have referred to, how they relate with that section of the petition of the 19th of October 2021. The two documents we have referred to,
Yes.
how they match with the edition of 19th October 2021.
Yes.
Please.
In the petitioner's awareness, he claims that there was a conspiracy to remove Kakamega from office. I've asked him for his evidence. He has referred me to the resolutions and the letter of 6th April 20, that is exhibit number 2 and 3. And that is why I was bringing his attention. It was not possible for a resolution to be made on 2023 to effect actions of 2021.
Well noted.
Yes. Now, Mr. Muhanga, individual, you know, individual by the name you know any individual by the name of Sheila Umwe? Yes. You are relative? No. Your friend?
No, she was an employee. She's an employee of the county government.
An employee of the county government.
Yes.
Do you have any evidence of employment of Sheila Umwe? Maybe a letter of employment?
No,
A payslip?
I don't know.
Would you be knowing whose child Sheila Umwe is? Maybe the father, the mother?
Yeah.
You do not. Would you
have any document from our administrator, the assistant chief, the chief, that says, I know Sheila Omweru, originates from my area of jurisdiction, she is a child of so and so. Do you have any evidence that she is related to maybe Bwana Amos, Ama Sylvia, Ama Joy? Do you have any evidence of relation?
Yeah, but
Do you have any evidence of relation before the committee?
yes,
Maybe what kind of evidence of relation?
to whom she is related.
Do you have that evidence? That is what we are asking for. Do you have that evidence?
No, I know that now.
You don't know her parents. You don't know to whom she's related. Two, do you know where she comes from?
Yes,
And where does she come from?
it comes from Kisi.
Kisii. Now, Kisii is such an expansive area. It's like someone accusing you of being related to the chair here, just because you come from Kakamega and the chair comes from Kakamega. Do you know which sub-county Kisii she comes from?
I don't
Do you know which division of Kisii she comes from?
really, I can provide
Do you know whether she comes from Kehungu, Kebirigo, Nyansiongo? Do you know?
No,
Can you tell us whether Kitutu Masawa, Kitutu Chache? Why are you profiling this innocent girl? What problem do you have with her to profile just because she's kissing? Do you understand that under the County Government Act, each county is mandated to employ at least 30% from non-locals?
Mr. Chair.
Do you understand under the County Government Act, each county is mandated to employ at least 30% of its employees from non-locals?
Not relatives of the.
Do you know the County Government Act requires the employment of at least 30% of non-locals?
Okay, did you need to repetitive my
Sikiza kwa makini, you are the one who is not understanding me. I'll come to what you want. I'll come to it.
for the petition guiding?
I'll come to it. Do you know or you don't that the County Government Act mandates every county government to employ at least 30% who are non-locals?
Yes.
Do you have any evidence that this Sheila Omweru, because she is Kisii or Korea or Maasai, you know the Maasai is in Kisii, you know the Maragol is in Kisii, right?
Yes.
You know the Luos in Kisii, you know the Somalis in Kisii.
Yes.
And that is why, for instance, Junet Mohammed can comfortably vie with Korea and win elections, right? Now, do you have any evidence that the employment of Sheila Omweru, just by being Kisii, contravened the requirement to have at least 30% of employees being non-locals?
That one is not the committee right now.
Do you have any evidence? The committee is not to look for evidence for you. You're thinking you were employed this committee to look for evidence for you.
Right.
Now I'm asking you, do you have any evidence that the employment of Sheila Omweru
I don't have.
exceeded the requirement for 30% being non-locals?
I don't have any evidence.
As we are in before the comment now, do you have any evidence that Sheila Omweru is either a sister, a niece,